Hey everyone, and welcome to this little video in which I'm going to show you how to use FXReplay in 2026. As you can see, we are now on the FXReplay dashboard with our overall statistics. We see the amount of trades that we've taken, which in our case is 92,000. We see our overall win rate, which is around 37%, which is based on a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. First things first, what you see up here is your dashboard. If you go to the right of that, you see sessions. You see your individual sessions. Personally, I never really use this tab. You see your journal, because you're able to journal all of your trades. I'll show you that in a second. To be honest, not a lot of people really use that. Analytics, not a lot of people use this either. We're going to go and show you what is really important. So first things first, if you go down here, it allows you to create a new session. However, you want to make sure that your session is located within a strategy. So what you do first really is you go to the strategy section. There's a bunch of strategies in our case because we do a shared account with all our members so that we can optimize our strategy. But what you go is you go down and you click create new strategy. Strategy, you can name that whatever you want. You click create. And once that's done, it's going to show up here and it says test like I just named it. So if we go back to testing now and we decide to create a new session, we can see here there's a bunch of things. I always click advanced session. Got to name it first. Click advanced session. I would advise you to name this the pair that you're going to trade. So for example, test euro dollar. Advanced session, strategy, and here you want to type in the strategy that you've used. Chart layout, that's not really important, but I'll show you in a second how that works. You can always add notes, and here it gives you the option to select your account balance. So I'm going to go with $100,000 for now, and in assets, we want to test euro dollar, so we'll type in euro dollar. You see both the Owanda and the Dacoscopy version. Doesn't really matter which one you take. They're both decent data feeds. For now, we're going to go with Owanda. Enable spreads and commissions. This means that it's going to try to replicate the live trading conditions live, but it's a little bit tricky because you've got to manually enter it. So I wouldn't really do this because it's not as convenient. Here you've got to set in the date. When do you want to start? Well, let's say we want to start in 2025, January 1st. If we want to end it at January or December 2025, 31st. We click either create session or we click auto update end date. If we click this, it's going to keep going until pretty much today. And today is January 14th, 2026. So it's going to keep going until that. Smooth candles is the biggest horseshit you've ever seen. That doesn't work. Create session and it's going to drop you into your session. And then once you're in, there's a bunch of things that you see. First things first, I always delete the volume indicator because I don't need that because it's very frustrating. Then I drag this to wherever I want. I usually put it right above my toolbar. I select the time frame that I'm trading on. In my case, that is the 4-hour time frame. I reset the chart, make sure it looks good. And then this, you can set that to, for example, 30-minute or 1 hour or 4 hours. This pretty much shows you the speed of the candle that you're playing forward. So right now, if I click this little icon here, it's going to skip one entire 4-hour candle forward. If I skip 1 hour forward, you see that it's going to slowly form that candle instead. So that's what that does. Now, you can click play. It's going to automatically play. You can adjust the speed here if what you want it to play. That's not that important. And then you can click the replay button if you want to go back. Sorry, that's this one. You can click the replay button if you want to go back in case you made a mistake. You can also use Control plus space, which is a shortcut, which is what I usually use, Control and the space bar. And that's also going to play or skip price forward. Now you can pretty much just set up your tool like you do on TradingView. You can add stuff to your favorites and it's going to show up there. And then what you do is once you want to take a trade, you just drag your position tool on. Let's say you want to take a long position from here. You drag your stop loss down here. You drag your target to wherever you want it to be. And then you click the order. And you click up here where it says place order. Now you see a bunch of things here. You can set your risk percentage. In this case, we're going to risk 1%. We want to have a buy limit order because we want to enter there. We don't want to enter right away. If we do want to enter right away, we'll set that to a market order. Stop loss, well, that's automatically determined because that's going to take the stop loss that you selected here. The take profit is going to be the take profit that you see here. Auto break even, well, in our case, we want to move stops to break even, for example, at 1R. It's going to automatically do that. We click save or we click save and journal. In case we click save and journal, it's going to take a picture of this trade and it's going to save that in the journal that you can open by clicking this button here. I don't use that journal. I use another journal, so I'm going to click save. Now you see that it says buy limit over here. If we play price forward now, we'll wait and we'll see that we got tapped into the position. Right now we are up $284. It ends up hitting stop loss, and you see that we got stopped out of the trade. Now, if you click this little arrow here, what you see if you click close positions is you see that exact trade. You see the trade that you took. In this case, that is a negative $1,000 trade. That's the way that works. It's fairly simple. If you want to market order into a trade, let's say we want to enter right away, we click that, we click place order, we click market, save, and boom, now it's going to enter us right into that trade. If we want to close it out manually, let's say we want to close out a trade manually, what we do is we're going to trade that. We're going to click that little close position icon here. You can now decide if you want to close the full position or if you want to close a part of it. Let's say you want to close 50% of it, you can close 50% of it. In our case, we're going to use 100% because we're going to close the entire position. Click save, and now you see the trade is gone. By the end of it, once this is all finished, you can go back by clicking the arrow down there, and then you can scroll down here, click the analytics session, and it's going to show you the trades that you took. It's going to show you, okay, we had a 33% win rate, 3 trades. This is the account balance, the amount of winners that we had, the losses that we had, the max consecutive losses, the max consecutive wins. Pretty much everything you want to know about your strategy is written down here. Then if you go to your strategy section, because let's say you test euro dollar, AUD dollar, USD CHF, whatever, you test a bunch of pairs, gold, crypto, you add all of those pairs to your strategy, you're going to see pretty much the analytics of all of these pairs combined. So for example, right now we added this to our strategy called test, but we've got a couple of pairs, for example, Euro, NZD, AUD, UJ, Euro CHF, that have all been added to one strategy. And if we pull that up, for example, we'll see something along the lines of this. We'll pretty much see what all of the pairs combined give us. So now we know we've got a 40% win rate, pretty much of all the trades combined. In total, we've taken 282 trades here with around 106 break-even trades, for example. That break-even threshold, what that means is, let's say instead of moving your stop to break-even, pretty much 1-to-1, you set your stop in profit a little bit. That's going to be your break-even threshold. Let's say you always put your stop 0.1 R in profit. You set that to 0.1 or to 1, and that's going to count that as a break-even instead. In this case, it won't change anything because this guy always uses auto break-even at 1 R. Okay, so now you see we've lost a maximum of 5 times in a row. We've won 5 times in a row. On average, for example, on average, we win 1.4 trade, which obviously doesn't really make too much sense. The average duration is around 3 days. The average duration of a losing trade is around 1 day. You see pretty much everything. On average, we had pretty much 41 R here in 2024 and then 65 in 2025. It's going to show you exactly which month and how much profit you made, etc. All of that, you can see that down here. Then down here, it's going to show you your frequency, how many trades you get a month on average. Well, this person has 12 trades a month on average, aka 1 trade a day. That's all visible within FXReplay. Prop firm, I personally don't use this. I don't think it's really necessary or it really contributes anything because prop firms usually have a lot of slippage and spreads. So it doesn't really tell you too much about if your strategy would really pass a prop firm. All in all, these are the basics of FXReplay. This is how you use it. There's a bunch of videos on our channel in which we are testing, so you can always check that out if you want to see us actually use FXReplay live, see how we use it and how we use it to test. There's a bunch of videos on there that you can check out whenever you want. All right, hopefully this tutorial helps you. If there's any questions, reach out to us. There's contact info in the description down below. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Sven. I'm one of the coaches at Simple Markets. Feel free to check out our website and download our strategy for free in the description down below. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.